down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. On the return, here's Hall. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Pollard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
8-yard line.
Here's Pollard. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. The run for Pollard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 8. Now a toss play. It's Hines. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything, but you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and it's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson now off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wilson, he's going to look to run with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Score Saints 14, Seahawks 3.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Going deep this time for Miller. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Scotty Miller with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
There's Wilson. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run forward with Pollard. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
How much were they? A dime?
About 15 cents.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Hall. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And it's third down.
The Seahawks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got them into the end zone.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want to run it.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way.
He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. New Orleans. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think this...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints just continue to roll. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it's going to be 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete. He was covered by Trey Boston.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Jason Myers to kick off for
the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdown.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 11. They'll find Miller. That's complete. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Saints are pouring it on. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's Hall. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control.
And reassert themselves here. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
It's 3rd down.